Hi folks, you can see on the table there's a rash of plastic. The other day I did a big thing on the guitar, and it was all about the left hand, and I didn't go on to the right hand. I thought I'm going to do a small similar thing for some right hand picking techniques, but what I wanted to show you was the confusing and interesting subject of plectrums. Now, I've got boxes of these things. Some of them haven't been out of those boxes for years because you find what you like, but there's a vast variety of plectrums, different materials, and they all kind of do the same job but in a different way and with varying degrees of success. So I thought I'd show you some of the plectrums that I used or have used and some of the variety. This is a big fat 3mm. It's called a stumpy. Look at that. These are 3mm thick. That's as fat as it gets, really. They're really great for using on a mandolin. Hold on, that's a uka. There's my mandolin. They're really good for that. They're very hard, very stiff, but they're shiny plastic, so they're not abrasive across the string. They're smooth and sweet. But they're almost impossible to play a standard chord with. This is an interesting thing. It's made of felt, and this is a ukulele pick. It is. They're made for playing ukuleles with. I tend to play mine with my fingers, so I've never really used it much. This is made of metal. It has been used. Look, you can see it's been used. What's it called? A tech pick. It's got this on here. I think that's for doing a run up and down the edge of the strings. You get a very interesting sound effect. I'll demonstrate some of these in another video. I just want to go through some of them. This is hard, and it's got a very grating, hard, harsh attack on the string. These haven't, you see. Look at this thing. Look at that. It's not even branded, but it's got a hole in it so you can wear it around your neck. So that makes it cool, doesn't it? What's this? These are Dunlops. Now, Dunlops make good picks. This is lovely. This is one of their smooth ones, but this is a fat one, 2mm. That's the same as this stumpy. This is a 2mm stumpy. Stumpies come in small as well. You can get small 1s and 2s and 3s, made by the same people, just the same, but tiny. Used for jazz, quite often, small picks. Famously, Joe Pass used to have one of those in his mouth a lot. Good place to keep it, as long as you don't swallow it, I suppose. This is a different thing entirely, because I prefer a rather thicker pick. But if you're doing some fast strummy stuff, and you don't want the attack of a big thick plectrum, something like this, with a bit of bend in it, will suit you. And these work well for strummy things on guitars and that kind of chukka funky stuff on electrics. I think this is Delrin stuff. This is not, it's not smooth. It's got a bit more grip on it, so it's got a bit more friction against the string, and it bites the string a bit better than these very shiny ones. More tiny ones, really thick, hard attack on the string. Really can dig in on an electric with these, but they're not so good on an acoustic. You really can't, they're not so manoeuvrable, shall we say. but yet again it's got a bit of friction to it. It's not slippy and sliding off the string. What's this one like? Now this one's shiny but quite thin, and they all function in a different way. The only way to find out what plectrums you like, because they've all got their place, is to try them. I used to go through a heck of a lot of these type because they used to break. Let's see if I can find one. Right. Classic Gibson picks like this one. I used to go through dozens of these mediums. Oh, they split. They do, and break. Now, you see that's going on the edge of there. But I used to love these picks in medium, not thin. They were very good strummy pick plex, and nice to use, but I used to break a lot. This is special. I got a bag from these from Carol Kay herself. She's a famous bass player. She was a session bass player. She used to play on all those famous Glenn Campbell songs. Very unusual lady session bass player in the 60s. Played on lots and lots of things, film soundtracks, as well as hundreds, literally hundreds of singles and successful records. She's a legend, is Carol. A very nice lady. She sent me these. It's a fat old pick for using on a bass. Really got a lot of dig, but it works on a guitar okay. But smaller. Not as small as these ones, but smaller than these, than the average size. Hendrix picks everywhere. Now, I wanted to look at these thumb picks and things. No, this is an unusual thing. This is for using on a banjo. It is. When you're interesting. Thumb picks, very common on acoustic guitars. I never learnt with one because I learnt initially on a nylon strum guitar, and there's no place for these on a nylon strum guitar. But many of my heroes, guitar pickers, use one of these. James Taylor, John Renbourn, Bert Jansch. They all use thumb picks to great effect. And you can get amazing fast picking going, and very percussive, nice sounds. They go this way, in the same way that people always put finger picks on the wrong way. They think that you go like that to replace your fingernail, but they don't. They go that way. I'll get to these in a minute. So, lots of different types. These ones are really thin and never been my cup of tea. Never have liked these really thin ones, but some people absolutely swear by them and love them, and they get a good sound. So, you know, you can't say one thing's better than another. It's all down to what suits you as a person. These are Pro Picks. I use them on my dobro. I think these are beautiful. To me, this is a very beautiful object, just in itself. This is called a split band. These are Pro Picks, but with not a split band. You can see the difference. So you get a bit more support for your finger with these. If you know anything about banjo playing, these are the kind of things that banjo players wear. And they bring out that really hard sound, and they're great on the dobro as well. Absolutely brilliant. They are Pro Picks. Like them a lot. I was going to show you, while we're on the subject of Pro Picks, hold on, get this. This is a bottle. This is what you use on a lap steel guitar, or lap slide guitars, the kind of thing that Dave Gilmour would use when he's doing those beautiful slidey things on Pink Floyd, but also all the great dobro players, slide dobro players, use this kind of thing. Tone bar it's called, I think. This is a shub, and it's a hefty piece of gear. I'll maybe do a demonstration of a dobro so you can see some of this stuff in action. That's full of plectrums. So, what can we say about this? What we can say about plectrums is you have to find what you like yourself. And the only way you find out what you like is by trying a few. Now, what do I use mostly? This. These green Tortexes have been my go-to for a very long time now. I buy them in quantity. They've got just the right amount of flex for me. They suit me very well. They've got this lovely grippy finish to them, so they've got a bit of bite. They're tough and they don't break. And for my purposes on acoustic and electric, this is a really versatile piece of kit, and it serves me very well. It does, and these are my go-to picks. But you really need to go to a music shop, pick a few different ones out, different consistency, different texture, and try them. Here's one that's quite cool and quite expensive. This is an Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson is a guitar hero of mine. This is a Dunlop jazz pick, I think, that he cut down. Yeah, it's a Dunlop. They make a jazz pick that looks like this. But he had one that was kind of worn out, and they scanned it, and then they made a load of the worn out ones, so pre-worn by Eric, into his perfect shape. He's got a very famous plectrum style with his picking hand. This is a great pick, actually. It's great for the electric guitar. It's very similar to the Tortex, and it's got a bit of flex in it, but it bites very nicely. You can dig into the guitar string and get a large range of tones. You can be gentle and kind and tease the sound out, or you can go really hard at it. That's plectrums. I can't tell you what is the best plectrum or what you should buy. All I can say is get some and try them and see which suits you the best, because it certainly won't be the same as what I like. Well, might be. It might be that the green Tortex will be the one that you that turns you on and floats your boat. Who knows? These things are all fun to find out. An exciting journey in prospect. See you later.